Do your students think that natural erosion is quick? Or that it happens on a large scale due to human activity or a cataclysmic event? The truth is that erosion usually takes place over hundreds of years. Welcome to Split Second Science. In this lesson, our students will explore how weathering and erosion are the processes by which the surface of Earth gets worn down. We'll focus on the guiding question, how does water erosion change Earth's surface? Landforms, such as deltas and canyons, are the result of changes to Earth's surface by water. Make sure to remind students that weathering is the breaking down of rock by natural elements, such as water, wind, and glacial ice, and that erosion is caused by the same natural elements that wear away the Earth's surface due to fluid flow. Water, air, and ice are fluid because they tend to flow from one place to another, often with the help of gravity. To help deepen student understanding, we will implement two of HISD's science best practices, anchor charts and science TEKS. Anchor charts make thinking visible by recording current content strategies and processes during the learning experience. An anchor chart is a learning tool that students and teachers create together to explain concepts and expand ideas. Students may refer to the chart during class discussions or independent study. Science texts provide opportunities for teachers to embed literacy connections within the science block. During this part of the lesson, teachers will design short read-aloud experiences to create interest, purpose, and excitement, assign relevant text to provide additional learning opportunities or scaffolding to build knowledge of concepts, explain scientific ideas and concepts using real-world examples, ask high-level, thought-provoking questions requiring text-based evidence. Students will listen actively during read-alouds, apply understanding of concepts and vocabulary through extended learning opportunities and within cooperative group assignments. Use text for science research to solve problems and generate new questions while evoking 21st century learning skills. Teachers should ask students to circle unfamiliar words for clarification and to highlight vocabulary words that make connections to the concepts. Our lesson today is connected to TEKS SCI 5.7b. Recognize how landforms such as deltas, canyons, and sand dunes are the result of changes to Earth's surface by wind, water, or ice. The following demonstration will show students how to recognize changes to the Earth's surface made by water. You will observe how water can pull soil apart and carry it away as it empties into a water source. This is an example of water erosion. You will notice a trench in the landform, which represents a canyon. Deposition can also be observed at the opposite end of the tray, where soil was dropped off or deposited. Be sure to reinforce that this is a slow change and occurs over a long period of time.
After students complete the investigation, you want to make connections to what they just experienced. As you see, I have the shell or framework of an anchor chart prepared before interacting with students. I have the title, Changes to the Earth's Surface by Water. We will start by identifying the water source, which is rain, and ask students what they notice happened to the rock. Students would say something along the lines as, water caused the rock to break. We would give it a name, weathering. As you notice, I have space left underneath the word, so students can be a part of the creation of the definition. Next, you will want students to point out that pieces of the rock or sediment is being carried away by the water, and we call that erosion. This process can create canyons. And again, we want students to be a part of the creation of the definition. Then highlight that there is sediment dropped off near the mouth of the river, which is called deposition. Some rivers drop so much sediment that waves and tides can't carry it all away, and the buildup forms deltas. Again, there's space left under here for students to be a part of the definition. Remember to refer to the model to make connections, and reference the anchor chart throughout the lesson. Prior to going live with students, you want to have pre-planned questions in order to solicit desired student responses.
Here's a quick recap. We demonstrated that water can change the Earth's surface by processes of weathering and erosion. We observed that deltas can be formed from deposited sediments at the mouth of a river. We reviewed 2 of the science best practices, anchor charts and science text. We learned that anchor charts support student learning of new concepts and should be created with students. We learned that science text can be used as an extension of a lesson to reinforce concepts. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other segments of Split Second Science.